We ain't done yapping. Hey there, everybody, it's Heroic Legend here, and we're doing another Heroic Talks. It's a double feature, because still more I want to get out, but I felt like it kind of set a particular tone in the previous one. We're going to talk about fun things this time. We're going to talk about things that I like. And now that I'm on the spot, you don't know where to start? Oh, well, actually, I had mentioned Kirby in the previous one, which, if you're watching these in order, thank you. And if you're not, thank you still, because you're watching. I just thought I was going to say something else. I tricked you. Played mind games. No, well, if you watch these same day, yeah, it's a previous talks I talked about Kirby. So, I'll just go into it. When I was little, I played Smash Bros. For the first time with Jamer. And I'm talking about N64 Smash Bros. I saw Kirby, and I instantly fell in love. He was a cute little guy, he was a little dude. And I was just like, I like him, he's friend-shaped, and he's still tough. That's cool, that's awesome. Because he's small, and he's cute, and he's tough. And I related to that, because I was small, and people called me cute, but I was still tough. Except that I was a kid. Actually, no, when I was a kid, I was actually tough. I would fall down, and I'd get right back up. I friggin' insults and stuff just rolled right off me. I was brave and an explorer. It wasn't until I made mistakes that that stopped being the case, and man who gets very easily startled sits before you now. But I saw him and I loved him instantly. And then, later on, I discovered about Kirby games. So I got my first one for GBA. Oh, I didn't get my first one. Jamer got it. And then I played it a lot because I had my own GBA. And I loved it. Loved it. I was having fun playing it. I loved the powers. I wasn't good at it, so I didn't make it past certain areas, but I loved it. Fast forward a little bit more. I don't remember when the Kirby show came out. But when I discovered it was a Kirby show, oh, you best believe I was watching every morning whenever I could get the chance. I missed quite a few episodes because of, oversleeping and such. But my grandma would come over early Saturday morning and to look after us. And I would go out. I would wake up. I'd get my breakfast. Sometimes my grandma would make me breakfast. And guess what? It was a ham and cheese sandwich cut diagonal. I was eating like a king. I had chocolate milk too. Forget about it. That's the highest point of my life right there. Homemade grandma food with chocolate milk early Saturday morning watching cartoons. Bliss. Just bliss. I could recreate that feel. But I don't want to wake up my grandma at 10 anymore. She sleeps past that. And any time like she's up early, I feel bad because I'm like, oh, she's probably up early because of one of us. But yeah. So we would watch it. It was more she was looking after me, and I'd watch it, and I was loving it. I imagine she got some enjoyment out of seeing how much I was enjoying the show. I don't know if I was the kid who was like, you can do it, Kirby. I might have been. I don't remember. Maybe my grandma can enlighten me. But I just remember just like waking up and just enjoying Kirby right back at you. And I wouldn't just stop there. I wouldn't just be like, oh, Kirby's time to go back to bed. Nope, it was right after Kirby. I forget what was next. It might have been TMNT or Sonic. Might have been Sonic X, actually. It really is hard to remember. I have to go look at the 4Kids lineup from back then. But I'm pretty sure it was either TMNT, Sonic, Ultimate Muscle, or Yu-Gi-Oh! It was one of those. I don't think I watched Pokemon because at that point I'd stopped watching it. At least, in the mornings. I think I would have probably watched it with Jamer. Because I do keep some rituals with him still. And we started that early. Yeah. So, that's again that's pretty much what early mornings were like back then, and why, of course, I loved. I just loved it. I loved it so much. How random. Thank you, random spaceship. It's not gonna the thing my duckies, is it? Because that's, that turned us into a horror show real quick. Hey, what's going on? Beep. Right, Kirby. And of course, just from there, I started getting more games. I started watching more of the show. I looked up some things. I started seeing if friends would play the games with me because it was back in grade school. And Lord knows I had a lot of fun. Oh, it's a submarine ducky! That's super cute. I love it. But yeah, and actually the most fun I've ever had was playing, I don't remember, it might have been The Shattered Mirror. I think I played that with friends in school one day. It was near the end of the year and we could bring in stuff. We did! But my Game Boy Advance, we played together. And that was the only time I ever did that, and I'm sad that was the only case, because, yeah, wish I'd done that more. Oh, we lean into sad again. But just, oh. You alright, submarine ducky? A flip. But Kirby was just like, he's still such a comfort character for me. I have plushies. I have a controller. I think a couple of controllers, actually. Just a lot of plushies, actually. Should maybe get a statue or two. Oh, I have amiibos. I actually have Kirby, Dedede, and Waddle Dee, so. Kirby and King Dedede are also Smash ones, so. Seamlessly leads into my next thing. Because I also enjoy... Well, I still enjoy Smash Bros. It's so good for good moments. Like, I don't think you guys understand. There is nothing funnier than playing Smash Bros. With friends, thinking you've got the dub, and then instantly humbled. My friend, I believe I introduced him in one video as Reaper. He's my best friend, he's like a brother to me. He likes playing Little Mac. I like playing Kirby. I do the little brother strategy to him sometimes. The look on his face is always priceless. Much love if you're watching this, bro. But I imagine just he's more disappointed in himself because he saw it coming and just couldn't stop it. But to be fair, he has countered a lot of my strats. Like my down B into up B, he loves waiting for that. He actually timed me out too. Where I'm like, I'm gonna just stay here and try to wait it out, and he gets the exact timing he needs. We've had good 1v1s too. And we play, of course, with another friend, and I'm gonna keep their name and their identity anonymous because while talking about my friends is cool, and they are also my friend. I don't have a good online alias to call them by, so they're gonna remain hidden. They're not that great at the game. They're good, but they're not, I'd argue they're just slightly below me and Reaper on a skill level term. Oh, another ducky came in. That's what happened there. And oh boy, have they just been. They come in with the sneak wins sometimes. Like, me and Reaper are just out boxing each other out and, trying to take each other out so we can claim the win. And then just out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, Jesus. Funniest thing that happened, though, we're playing Hyrule Temple. I think I was King Dedede. or I don't remember who I was, but they were Inkling, and we had Final Smash turned on. So it looked like they were gonna even up the scores because I think it was 2-1. So I had 2 lives, they had 1, and they entirely forgot or didn't remember that Inkling can move during their Final Smash. So they just kept moving towards the left and fell off the edge. And I'm like, I even turned to like, no, wait, you forget that you can move during the, and death. And I was just like, I was like, I'll take it. It's not my proudest win, but I'll take it. But funny moments like that, I live for that, man. Like, speaking of, I actually did see recently someone had commented on my my Time Lord win with Gravity Bind, and oh, I wanted to say so much to you. I'm segueing, by the way. Again, we're changing topics, going from Smash Bros to gaming in general because funny wins happening. I will never get over that Time Lord win because the fact that I played Gravity Bind and they just could not do anything past that point, or they just didn't want to stay and play the waiting game with me because they probably knew I had something. They could have kept up the defenses, truth be told. If you can just Time Lord stall until you can get what you need on the field, yeah, I would have had to wait until I had something to clear the back row. And oh yeah, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh and such, I'll finish off the thing first, but there were a couple ways a Time Lord player could have played that. Like, I imagine not having played anything, basically having just a back row set, and then doing that. They probably imagined I was Labyrinth at first. I know Labyrinth players, even if they're going second, will set cards a lot still if they have, like, potentially bricked up hand, just as a chance to stall and such. So I imagine the Gravity Bind play kind of told them all they needed to. And again, I don't remember if I had back row removal in that deck. I might have. But I might have also just had to go through it. So they could have potentially hit me with a Magic Cylinders. Well, a Magic Cylinders into Magic Cylinder and stuff like that. But I guess they just didn't want it. But speaking on Yu-Gi-Oh, notice probably a very lack of it on the channel. I don't think I can deal with the meta. I just don't. I don't know if I could have the same amount of fun. I don't know if I could have fun with building the decks and such. It's just, I'm just not strong enough. There may come a time where I return to Master Duel. There may come a time where I sit down and play again. But right now, at least for this moment in time, it's just not something I can muster up the strength to. But it makes me happy because I can watch other Master Duel content that really, really makes me want to try to join. I know Simo, Rhymestyle, Syriax, Dotto, and Team Samurai X. Probably a bunch of other, I'm pretty sure Team APS is doing it as well. But using Master Duel in that draft mode, it seems like so much fun. And I would definitely make another account just to play and craft all the cards for that. Because I know it would be fun, and I wouldn't mind getting in on it too. I think that would be a lot of fun. I have to make sure to send my my play of it too, so they can see stuff. But you know, I can dream. I don't know how well I do, because sometimes I go analytic, and then too analytic, and then sometimes I go not analytic enough. And the way that they've held cards in their hand, or, again, setting cards just to keep them safe, I can't wrap my mind around it. It's such good play. Again, yeah, I threw it right back to positivity. That's right. You thought it was going to be negative to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh? Nah, positive. I want to be able to do stuff like that. Because, again, I love card games. I do. Card games are fun. I like collecting cards. I like playing card games. Card games are fun. I especially love Commander in MTG. It's always funny too, because I feel like, because I tend to be the youngest of the group, I get treated a lot more kindly. So where friends will counterplay other friends, I'll be spared. Which makes me laugh, because sometimes I do go for absolute degenerate strategies. Because I'm a degenerate. But I also play a lot with my heart. I build decks with my heart. For anyone who doesn't know, what MTG likes to do is secret layers. And secret layers tend to be based off of popular IPs. So sometimes they'll, spray paint over one of their existing cards with like a character. So like, I'm gonna give an example, not one that's actually out there, but one I would hope for. Gundam, right? We would see like Gundam RX-78, and it would be put over Karn, right? Or Setsuna FCA would be like put over like I don't know, maybe Jace. Not Jace. Jace isn't a good fit. I'm trying to think. Or he'd be just put over a card, right? But beneath it, it would say like, acts as this card, right? So for the secret layer there was one that came out. It was a Princess Bride, and my jaw dropped. I love Princess Bride. It is one of my favorite movies, not just from the memes that spread around, but just in general. I loved it when I first watched it. Funny enough, my dad played it for me when I was homesick from school one day, and I freaking loved it. I loved it so much. I still love it to this day. The characters, the plot, the quotable lines. So when I saw that they had a secret layer, I ordered it. And then, the funniest thing happened. Izaku, friend of Jamers, my friend as well. It's like a big brother to me. If you're watching this, much love, bro. And for my birthday, he got me a copy of the secret layer because he knows how much I love Princess Bride. When I saw that, I said, I have to build a deck. So I built a commander deck and put I think I put all the cards from the secret layer in that commander deck. That's how much I love Princess Bride. And why I love Magic and, like, Commander. It was just like... And I took the time. I built the deck. I had to pay quite a pretty penny, but I built it. It's pretty much my main deck, air quotes. Because I have built other decks before, and I have other Commander decks. I have the Fallout one. I have another... I can't remember the name of it. It was one of the pre-built ones. And I have, like, 3 I built myself. One that I'm probably going to dismantle. One that I had to make for Christmas, because we were doing a Secret Santa type dealie. No, not Secret Santa. A person gets you a commander, and you have to build the deck around it, and you had to... a budget, like, commander deck. I'm still super proud of that one, too. Another friend that's like a big sister to me gave me the cards, and I'm really proud of how that deck turned out, so it's another one of my favorites. The other one I built was a D20 type deck. An entertainment deck. Because I was playing with the Infinity cards. So, there's that as well. I haven't tried that one yet. I want to, but I haven't. Seems like it could be fun. But yeah. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, no, I'm over. I'm counting too much. I actually have 5, I think. Yeah, the Infinity one is the one I would be tearing apart. Or at least just trying to improve. I would love to play Commander match for my entertainments are going off. Although my turns would take forever. I'd be the little Timmy at the table. Hang on, dude, I got. Okay, so this triggers and then this triggers. Then I gotta roll the dice, and I have to roll the dice for this one and that one and this one. And then you get a counter for that. And I place counter on you for that, and I double those counters. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I've done enough talking your ears off. I appreciate you all for sticking around, especially if you stuck to the end of the video. Lord knows I can yap. It's one of my specialties, I'd argue. If you ever get locked in a conversation with me in person, I apologize. Unless you're enjoying it, in which case, you're welcome. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, you know what to do. Much appreciate you if you do. And the next what you want to say. Later.